What's really cool about the TI, if you guys are watching it, the Dota 2 International, is that they have these AR monsters here in the front, and it's like life size. I don't know how they do it. I'm just thinking about how they can track them to that pad so well, but I don't actually play Dota or any of that. I just like to watch all the main events like League and StarCraft, Here's the Storm when that was a thing. Anyways, that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is, what is the best programming language of 2019? And the answer is none of them. None of them are the best. It's dependent on what gets the job done. The question should actually be, what is the best tool for the job? Or what is the company using that I'm applying to? That's what programming is. Programming is a tool set inside the toolbox, and you use it to build a service or a product or whatever it is that your company is selling or building internally. That's what you do all day as your job, but you have to remember it's a tool. You're part of the toolkit here that they're using to make whatever end product that they're monetizing or improving somehow. It's easy to forget that when you're in the programming position, but there is an end product. Like, programming by itself doesn't really do much, you know? It's meant to be used to build things. And so the answer, what the best language is, well, it depends on what your company's using, depends on where you live, your geographic area. So if you live in like Jacksonville, .NET seems to be really hot. Atlanta seems to have a lot of C#.NET jobs. Here in Utah, we have a lot of React jobs. Angular's pretty popular in some states near here. And then also, it depends on what you want to do. Programming, man, that's just like a huge word, programming. What's the best programming language? I can understand maybe you're asking that question if you have no idea about programming and you're coming in fresh. Okay, well, there's different uses for programming. Do you want to make websites? Do you want to make games? Do machine learning? Do you want to make AI? Do you want to do data science? Inside of each one of those, yes, there are certain frameworks and libraries that lend themselves to some topics better than others. For example, if you want to make a game, you're not going to go do PHP probably. You probably do C# with Unity or C++ with Unreal, or make your own engine with C++ or use Java. There's a couple Ubisoft games that were made with Java, but C++ is generally the industry standard, and so you wouldn't take like a web dev technology and go try to build games, you know? I think what a lot of people forget is that it just depends on what you're doing, what you're building, what the company is building. And of course, you can go to your company and be like, yeah, this is super old and we should change this because this works better for this, or this would improve load times, or this would improve security, or whatever the reasoning is. Of course, you can go to your company and suggest newer frameworks, but there is no best thing. There's best languages for different purposes, so to speak. And even then, it's opinionated. Do you want to sacrifice some speed for more security? There's always sacrifices and trade-offs with different programming languages. You just got to remember, it's a tool. It's always a tool. You're pulling it out of the toolbox, you build something with it, and you put it away, because that's the whole purpose of development. And I feel like we all forget that. We all forget that it's like meant to be used to build things. A lot of concepts transfer in programming. The syntax is the hard part. Like in Ruby, it gets really weird with spacing, and Python gets weird with spacing, and then there's JavaScript, but the concepts of code generally transfer. So if your question is, what should I be studying if I want to get into software engineering? Well, I'd say take your pick. Do you want to do web dev? Do you want to build desktop apps? Do you want to do game dev? Do you want to do mobile dev? You got to pick your subset first, and then go in there and figure out what you want to do in web dev. In web dev, do you want to build CRUD applications? In web dev, do you want to build games? In games, do you want to build the physics? In games, do you want to do the particle effects or the network logic? In machine learning, do you want to write the algorithms yourself, or do you want to implement the algorithms? But yeah, that's it for this video. I just want to quick reminder: best programming language for 2019 doesn't really exist. Everyone's going to be like, just bro, just code in binary. And I mean, at the end of the day, we wouldn't be here without binary anyways, right? That's the best language. I actually speak binary fluently, phonetically. That's how my dogs and I communicate. But anyways, short video tonight. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Just a quick reminder, it's a tool. Don't forget it. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one.